Skagway with the Crawfords. Hey, we're finally back and with another video. Where have we been? Lord only knows. It's been a busy summer. Let me just put it that way. Anyways, we're here with my beautiful wife, Stephanie Crawford. Like I said, she would be here. She was not getting out of another video, so I promised I delivered. There she is. All right. We're going to review the Discovery Princess, the Alaskan cruise we just went on. Had a wonderful time. And take it away, Stephanie. What do we got?
Yeah, so we're going to be reviewing the cruise in 5 categories. The categories of food, service, areas of the ship, the ports that we went on, and entertainment. Each category will be 5 points each with a total of 25.
So if you remember, we were on the Hall America Rotterdam back in April, and we gave that one a 19 out of 25. If we can figure this out, we'll put the link to that one below here, somewhere down here, there, here. I don't know how this all works, but we'll figure it out, hopefully, maybe. But anyways, we gave the Hall America 19 out of 25, so it's going to be tough for the Discovery Princess to beat this, because that's a pretty good score, let's be honest. Holland did a lot of things right that we liked. So we'll get this video going and get it kicked off, and let's see where we wind up with the score. Alright, so our first category is service. We were really, really impressed with the service on this ship. Everybody was amazing, in our opinion, for the most part. We do give this one a 5 out of 5 for service. I guess I'll start with, this is the Medallion class ship. All Princess ships are Medallion class, and it's this little guy here. I got the little watch band to go with this, so I put it on my wrist everywhere we go. This thing picks up, I don't know, 20 feet away from your door, unlocks your room door. When you order a drink sitting anywhere, the servers can find you anywhere in the ship and bring you your drink. This is fantastic. I wish every cruise line would go to the Medallion instead of having a stupid card you have to worry about or anything else. This was amazing. I love the Medallion. It was great. Yeah, so I mean, you could order food, drinks, anything with this. They would find you. It was great. Love the Medallion. Service, 5 out of 5 for us. Steph's going to jump in here and take over now because I'm just rambling.
We had a really great room steward. His name was Fernando.
Something
I just
in the
feel
air
like he went above and beyond.
Fernando.
He was just great, phenomenal. I liked him better than our room steward that we had on Holland America.
Two clean.
Yes, he cleaned twice a day, and I think he had an assistant.
Yeah, he had an assistant and twice a day.
We asked for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, one thing I'm going to show a picture of here is the blankets, and they didn't just give us the blankets, so we asked for them, and we had a lot of room service. I mean, we just did a lot, so he really helped out. I also had a pass to the Enclave, which we'll talk about later a little bit more, but they did make you sign up for the Enclave at like a time on the sea days so that it wouldn't get too crowded. And I don't know with the Medallion if they just like knew when we were there, but I feel like they made us sign up for a time and then they didn't really follow through with that. So that was just one thing that was kind of weird. Like we didn't have to give our name when we went down at our time. So I don't know how they kept track of who was there at the right time. So that was a little weird. The only like real negative that we had was that dinner was really slow. Service was just really slow. So I think that was because the ship is new.
Yeah, the ship's new, and I think they're still getting up to normal staffing and bringing more crew on board who haven't, worked in a while or getting used to the new ship. And then it's anytime dining, so we were sat at different tables. We had a party of 6, so we were pretty large. So we were sat at different tables each night, so we had some different crew. That some, were just slower than others, but, I mean, I can't fault them for that because they are new and they're doing the best they can. But like I said, everything was with the Medallion, so you just say, hey, I want this, and like they just had a little scanner. They'd say, Mr. Charles, Miss Stephanie, what do you like tonight? And it was all handled. It was amazing, like so awesome. Like I just can't say enough. Service was top notch.
Yeah. So, I think dinner probably took you had to leave room for about 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours for dinner. Yeah. If you're in a hurry, you could tell them you're in a hurry, but it didn't seem to help too much. I don't know. Like the one night we were trying to make sure we made it to the show in time, and they didn't seem to speed anything up too well.
That's just my tip: is leave yourself at least 2 hours to eat dinner. Don't expect it to be done any sooner than that.
Hopefully, it improves as time goes on, but that's about it. So 5 out of 5 for service. Amazing service on board.
And they also had really easy way to order food from your room.
Yeah, and we're going to show you that in a video as well. Food and drinks, how you order. It's pretty awesome, convenient, and the longest I waited for food was during a busy time. It was 30 minutes. Other than that, it was quick. The first time I did it on the first day was 5 minutes. I was blown away. So, yeah, we're going to show you a video of that and then plus a picture of the blanket. And yeah, so let's roll it. So this is a nice feature too. You can order all of your food, beverages, everything that you want delivered to your room, even on your TV. So you go to beverages. It's got the different beers. I mean, not a bad bourbon selection either, to be honest with you. But all this, you just basically can order it and they will deliver it to your room with drink package, free of charge. It's nice. So that's a cool feature. Alright, hey, we are now on to food, and we give this category a 4.5 out of 5. Once again, this is rated with my rating as well as Steph's, and then we kind of averaged out the rating. The food for me was a home run. This is what I expected from Princess. Princess is known for their food and the quality of it. Everything I had was phenomenal. They did have a lobster, they did have creme brulee, and they also had baked Alaska, which the previous ship on Untitled America did not have. And these are cruise ship staples, and they were wonderful. I did not have one bad meal on this ship. Everything was absolutely phenomenal. No matter if it's quick service, from the buffet, at the main dining room, specialty dining, everything was great. Even the steak that we had, our first time main dining room, came with specialty salts. They had a volcanic salt, a Himalayan pink salt, as well as a smoked salt. You just dip your steak in a little bit of the salt. Didn't take much. Changed the flavor. It was phenomenal. My favorite was probably the smoked salt. Just absolutely great. But the food for me, this is what I wanted. This is what I expected. It's what I always tell people. If you go on Princess, yeah, they don't have the bells and whistles, but the food should blow you away, and it certainly did. Now Steph's going to take over and let you know everything that she likes and disliked about the food, and we will go on to her now.
All right, so I'm the reason that this got a 4.5 instead of a 5. I personally thought the food tasted really delicious, but as a picky eater and someone who doesn't like seafood, the Alaskan cruise cuisine was not for me. Luckily, they had fettuccine every night. The fettuccine Alfredo was really good. One thing that I did not enjoy necessarily about this cruise as much is that I did not think there was a lot of variety in the options where you eat. So they had the salty dog, which we'll see here shortly. They had pizza by the slice. They also had Gigi's pizza, and you could eat in the dining room or the buffet. But that was pretty much it, which might seem like a lot of options, but I feel like compared to some of the other cruise ships we've been on, we kind of ran out of options. I could eat all those in like 3 days. So that was kind of it for me, why I gave it a lower score. One thing I really loved was the coffee. I loved to drink the coffee on the balcony as I was waking up every morning. The pizza by the slice is actually the best pizza I've ever had on a cruise ship, and it says it's the #1 pizza by the slice, and it really was. We were really impressed with tea time. This cruise, the tea time was a little different, which they served you. On the last one in Holland America, they just kind of set it out and you took what you wanted, but on this one they actually served you as they went along, and they were really fast and prompt. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the salty dog grill. Here's a picture of the menu. You can kind of see the setup. It did go rather quickly, so that was good. The line might look kind of long, but it wasn't that bad. Our favorite thing was probably Scoop's ice cream, and if you got lucky, they don't really advertise this, but if you go up there during movie time, they also serve popcorn there as well for free, and it's really good. But we love the ice cream and we love the popcorn, and that's about it.
You hear that, Disney Cruise Line? Free popcorn. No nickel and a diamond. Alright, so here we go. Our cabin's Charlie, Crew Base 605, Discovery Princess. It's kind of neat. All you gotta do is approach the door. It says door locked. Medallion, I guess it's gotta be showing somehow. There we go. Welcome, Charles. Alright, step on in. One thing I do like about Princess ships is that they have these big closets for hanging all your clothes. And also plenty of storage for luggage. There's storage under the bed as well. I guess we'll go over here first. More storage plus your safe, some extra towels. Bathroom's pretty nice. This is a brand new ship. Got your Elemis spa products there, lotion and hand soap, and then the shower's pretty good size as well. See, we got a little foot thing down there, which is nice. Once again, you get your shampoo and conditioner in one, plus the shower gel. Alright, step out, full-size mirror. Come in here. 2 beds made into one. This cabin does seem smaller than some of our previous ships.
There's no sofa.
There we go. There's us.
Which sometimes you get the sofa.
Yeah.
What's the balcony rooms? You don't have to pay extra, but here you have to get a mini suite for that.
Yeah, here you have to get a mini suite for the sofa, which is odd.
Smaller.
It does seem smaller. Fridge is down there. And then the balcony seems to be a little tighter as well.
Just pull.
I'm trying to. It's not going. Yeah, it's locking. Ah, we had it unlocked. That's embarrassing. So, balcony. We are just leaving Seattle. So, balcony room. Crib A 605 Discovery Princess. Alright, so for areas of the ship, we give this one a 3.5. One, I really enjoyed the piazza. I thought it was beautiful. It's open, it's airy, it's nice. They had live music playing pretty much all the time up till midnight, normally 1 a.m. Real nice area with bars. Plenty of spots to sit around and enjoy the crowd, people dancing, what have you is nice. The pool areas are super nice and big. I think there's 4 pools on board. We were told none were heated, but we did find one that was heated. It was quite nice. But plenty of areas to get in the water and lounge around and stuff, so no issues there. Also, my next issue is with the theater. We had 3,400 people on board. The ship holds 4,400. The theater was full. So if this was a full booking, there's going to be people who are not going to get to see the shows just because it doesn't seat enough people. And I don't know who designed it, but you think the theater would have been designed to hold enough for everybody that's on board. And that was kind of odd to me. Not sure what to think about that, but it is what it is. So if you're going to see a show and you want to see it, get there early because you might miss out and not have a seat. The bars, lounges, is the Take 5 Lounge. It's an awesome jazz club that we enjoyed. Definitely lots of good bars, lounges to check out. Also, the laundry facilities right now are free. We were told that could change over time because it's a new ship, so they're being nice, I guess. But for right now, the laundry facilities are free, which is awesome. They provide soap, everything you need. It was cool. We didn't use it, but a lot of people did. This is the sanctuary, also like that. We did not use it, but we went and checked it out, walked up there free. Looks like a really nice luxury, bougie area to sit around and relax and enjoy the day. And then they also have a bunch of areas to do selfies and have fun selfies on board. So I, of course, took advantage of that as well. So, hey, there's me in a selfie.
Okay, so again, my review is a little bit different than Charlie's. I'm going to start by talking about the 24-hour fitness center. I really loved that it was open 24 hours. That was different than the previous cruise ship we've been on Holland America. That was only open to 7 or 9. I can't remember. This was actually the busiest fitness center I've ever seen on a ship. I don't know if it's because we were in Alaska and it was a little bit colder and people weren't enjoying the pool as much, but it was busy almost all times of the night. Of course, at 2 morning or after midnight, it was not as busy, but there were still people there constantly all the time. I also thought this was one of the best spa experiences that I have seen. I would highly recommend the exotic lime, ginger, and salt and glow with massage. It was phenomenal, great experience. I have no complaints with the spa. It was great. They didn't try to high pressure me into buying anything afterwards, so I really appreciated that. One thing that I kind of brought down the score a little bit was the buffet. I really felt like the buffet was very confusing. I don't know if this picture really gives you a good idea of what the buffet looked like, but it was kind of hard to get a picture because it's so confusing. I don't know if it's really labeled all that well. I could never find anything. There's seats on both sides of the buffet, so if you didn't remember, if you got like turned around, you may not be able to find where you were sitting. It was just kind of confusing. It wasn't the best layout for a buffet that I've seen. The number one thing, though, that kind of drug down the score for me, and I don't think Charlie had as much of a problem with this because he's been on a lot of Princess cruises and said this is pretty standard, is the Discovery Princess is a brand new ship. And although everything is clean and spotless and spectacular and very well done, it just really wasn't my style. It seemed, I wouldn't say like outdated, but compared to like Holland America, I just kind of like the aesthetic better that they had. This one just kind of was maybe not as, it's kind of blah to me. And I'm somebody that kind of likes a little pizzazz and sparkle and maybe even a little bit gaudy, which most people don't like. So for me, that was just one thing. I really didn't think it had as many of like the finishing touches that I really was looking forward to on this ship as much. Another thing was the Wi-Fi. With the app, there was chat features that you could use, but it didn't give you a notification. So if my husband sent me a message, I didn't know unless I manually went in to check it. There was no notification, so I didn't know that I was being sent a message. And then the other negative is just there was no library, and I was super impressed with the library on Holland America. It was the best library I've ever seen. This one didn't even have a library at all. So because of that, I was one really dragging down the score here. I gave this ship a 3. There was nothing really wrong with it. I just wasn't blown away. So that's it. I really love sitting on the balcony. That was one of my favorite spots, and I think that you guys will all love it too.
Yeah. I mean, it's still weird.
Alright, so now we're on to entertainment. For entertainment, I gave it a 5. Steph gave it a 4.5, so, or 4, sorry, 4. Yeah, and then, so that makes it a 4.5. Entertainment for me was phenomenal, fantastic, it was awesome. The 2 big production shows on board, Spotlight Bar, as well as Rock Opera, were both awesome, phenomenal. I could get out a dictionary and tell you all the wonderful words. Very talented. What you expect to see in a cruise ship as far as a production show goes. High quality, great. Loved everything about it. They also had a comedian on board who did 2 sets, and he was phenomenal. Clean. Didn't bring up anything like, no politics, no religion, nothing like that. But he was funny, so great.
They don't even have an X-rated, or not X-rated, but
adult only.
The adult only. They don't even have that type of comedian.
Yeah, and this guy was great though. Hilarious. Brought down the house every night that he was on stage. They also had a magician on board who was great. He was from Italy. Did some really cool tricks, big tricks as well as small card tricks and stuff like that. He was great. They also had a jazz band at Take 5 that did some of the old classics, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin stuff that was great to listen to as the night was winding down. They also had a Beatles band on board from England that was great. And for me, what I loved about them, I know I keep saying great a lot, but what I loved about it was that they also did a lot of the early Beatles. And some bands, I kind of get worried and think they're going to do late Beatles, which I love the late Beatles, but the early stuff is fun to dance to and stuff and get out on the dance floor and have a good time. And they did that, and they did a phenomenal job of it. For me, love the entertainment. They also had, what do you call those? Informational or
like a
educational
info talk presentation.
We didn't go to these, but my father went to these, and he loved it. They had one that talked about the Bering Sea. They had a Bering Sea captain on board to talk about their life. They also had the captain talk as well, talk about where he's from and his life on the cruise ship and his stories. And he said they were great and phenomenal. Absolutely loved everything about it. So for me, the entertainment on board was amazing. The best. I mean, I don't know. Hard to beat the entertainment that we saw on board this ship. Take it away.
Well, again, we have difference of opinion. I thought the shows were phenomenal. Like I said, I agreed with you on that. The magician, it was like not just a magician coming up there. He like had a good production. It was like high quality. But it had a lot of all the things that cruise ships had: piano bars, karaoke, production shows, some better than others on other cruise ships. So this one was good. It had all those, but it didn't really have any like bells and whistles. Which is why I didn't give it a 5. A 5 would be like perfect. They had everything. There isn't slides. There wasn't like they had it was like a putting range, but they didn't actually have like mini golf. So they didn't like have that. It didn't have like any special rides. Not a ton of shopping. These are things that maybe people don't care about, but if you're thinking about like the top of the line, you have everything that you could ever want. I just didn't think it had everything, But what it did have was really, really good. I thought it had the staples, what you would expect if you like to sing or listen to music or dance. They had plenty of that. But beyond that, there was a casino. He disagrees. But I did like that they had a magician. Like the comedian was great. All of those things, I can't say enough of how great those things were. So I never found myself bored at all. So I guess that it was pretty good. It wasn't like I was sitting around looking for things to do. There was always plenty to do and plenty to enjoy. We're going to show you some pictures of some of the productions and let you listen to some of the music that was on board.
They will not let you take pictures or videos during the actual shows, the production shows. So we do not have those, unfortunately. But they were phenomenal. Take our word. Great shows. Awesome. Much better than the Step 1 dance company that was on Holland America. Wow. Yes, much better. All right, continue. Let's see.
We're on the road to romance. That's sure to say. Well, let's take all the stops on the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses to rush would be a crime. So I say, doesn't every rhyme.
All right, the last category is ports. So for ports, we give this a 5 out of 5. One thing maybe swaying this rating was the fact that we had beautiful weather every day in our ports, which is really unusual for Alaska. We had sun and 70s pretty much every day, and it was amazing, beautiful. If it was cold and rainy like they normally get on some of these ports, I don't know if we would have rated it that way, but we got lucky, had amazing weather. The first stop here is Ketchikan. We didn't do an excursion here. We just got off, walked around, did some awesome shopping. Really good, cheap shopping here. Lots of great stuff you can get. So we definitely got some good goodies. Creek Street's the first street in Canada, or not Canada, but in Alaska or in Ketchikan. I don't know. I don't know the history of it. I feel horrible. But yeah, so Ketchikan was nice. You can chime in here whenever you like.
You're saying it all.
Okay. Oh, the Burger Queen. Dairy Burger Queen is Burger King's wife. We found it.
Who knew?
We
Yeah.
found it in Alaska. That was fun.
Yes, Ketchikan was very pretty. This was like leaving just the
Yeah.
water. The water in general in Alaska was always just so much more calm
Yeah, it was
than
calm.
in the Caribbean and things.
Yeah. And then here, you do not want to be late for the ship, because this happens. We will yell at you and laugh at you and make fun of you.
That must be it. That's it. The last two. Hey!
All right, right, the next stop was Endicott Arm, and we were supposed to be able to go up and see a glacier. Unfortunately, we could not see the glacier due to too much heavy ice flow. It wasn't safe for the ship, so we went up to Endicott Arm and turned around and came back and headed towards Juneau. Endicott Arm was beautiful, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Loved every second we were there. And the wildlife, it's picturesque. I guess we didn't see too much wildlife, but it's still as picturesque and beautiful. So, yeah.
Super early, though.
Super early, yeah. We were there from like 5 to 9, so... And yeah, early, very early, up and getting going.
Hopefully, in the future, people will be able to go all the way.
Yeah, I don't know if they have yet this year gone up there.
It's a lot of ice.
A lot of ice.
All right, so our next port was Juneau. Here we were able to rent a Jeep. You can rent up to 4 people can go in your Jeep. And it has an iPad with a GPS, and it already has pre-programmed locations around Juneau that are very popular. So that was kind of nice because you can go at your own pace, and they kind of, what's the word?
It's like an audio.
Yeah.
Tell you where to go.
Yeah, it tells you all about it and the history
yeah.
as you go along. So our first location was the Shrine of St. Therese, and none of us knew who St. Therese is or what her shrine is about, but it was very beautiful.
Catholic side, I believe.
Yeah. So we enjoyed it. We probably spent a little too much time there. There was a church. We weren't really sure what we were supposed to be looking for. It was very pretty. There was like a beach there. There were some trails. There were a lot of people in the church, like praying, lighting candles, things like that. We next made our way to Mendenhall Glacier and another waterfall. We're not sure if we remember the name, but there was also signs for bear trails, and so that was really scary for me.
Yeah, and I was really disappointed. I was hoping to see a bear somewhere in the wild, even to cross our path on the trail. Hey, that'd be neat, right? Lifetime experience. But yeah, we walked around. We went down. It was Nugget Falls, Big Nugget, something. Amazing waterfalls, really pretty. The Mendenhall Glacier was awesome to see. It was shocking to see how much it's receded over the years. Here you can see the ice chunks that have broken off and are floating away. Just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. We loved our time there.
I don't know what I was expecting for a glacier, but I'm not sure this was it.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't sure either.
Yeah, this was the highlight for me, really.
Yeah. I mean, they're white, big blue. They break off and float away. I don't know. But here we are in front of the waterfalls. You can feel the mist. And it was hot that day, so the mist felt good. The water was cold. When you look down into the water, you could actually see gold flakes. And that was neat. That was amazing. I mean, I wish I had a pan and could take it because it was so cool. I tried to take a picture, but you just couldn't capture the picture, unfortunately. The gold in the water all kind of just looked blurry and not good. So take my word. Go see it for yourself. It's beautiful. It's pretty. The other thing is we stopped after here. We stopped at the Eagle Point State Park. We didn't see any eagles, but what we did see were sunbathers. Juneau only gets about 50 days of sunshine a year, and today was sunny and beautiful and 70 while we were there. And as you can see in this photo, we'll pan up, and you will see sunbathers on the beach, getting some sun, taking advantage of the sunshine in Juneau. So that was kind of funny. We had a good chuckle at that.
I mean, it was warm, but I don't know.
It was warm, yeah. I don't know if I'd sunbathe either, but, hey, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do when you only get 50 days of sun. Afterwards, we dropped off the 4x4 Jeep, and we went to the Red Dog Saloon. A lot of good time. Had a salmon wrap and a beer, live entertainment, a lot of fun. Definitely check it out if you're ever in Juneau. Well worth it. And then all day, these seaplanes come and go. And these throttle jockeys, in my opinion, are nuts. They don't care where the ship's at. They're just going to land right between you and the ship and the dock. Like, it's amazing. It's neat to see, but boy, they get awfully close for my comfort. But yeah, here's one here coming in, just cuts right through you, just like, oh well, don't mind me. All day long you see this, coming and going. I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of fascinating.
It is, and I'm sure it's perfectly safe, and I'm making a big deal about nothing. And I don't know who's got the right of way or who communicates with who. Maybe they don't. There's like, here's a spot of the ocean. Let's just go ahead and land. I don't know. But it was cool to see. I took way too many pictures and videos of these planes coming and going. So here's one. You're lucky I'm not sharing all of them with you because you'd probably end the video and be like, good Lord, when's this guy going to stop showing me plane videos? But, so yeah, there you go. That's it. All right, here we are in our second to last port, Skagway, Alaska. And once again, it was another beautiful sunny day, snow-capped mountains. Wonderful time here in Skagway. Do you think it was beautiful?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Good. The cool thing about the Skagway port is that the train is right next to the port. It's on the dock, so you get on the train right as you get off the ship if you do that excursion. We did not, but if you do, it's there. The downtown Skagway looks awesome, old-timey, like something out of a movie scene almost. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. We were supposed to do a salmon bake / suspension bridge tour into Canada.
I was very scared of that.
So surprisingly, though, we got a notification saying that it was canceled due to either, it said operational supply or necessity. I don't know if it's something to do with they didn't have enough people or if Canada was just being dumb and not letting us in. We don't know. So they put us on this Liarsville salmon bake tour, which is just as fun. So we went to Liarsville, which has a great history. Look it up. I don't have time to explain it to you. And we did a salmon bake, delicious food, awesome food. Great entertainment as well while we were there. Little small-timey laughing jokes and stuff like that. We also did some gold panning, which was a lot of fun. Really difficult to do gold panning. We didn't really do that well at all, to be honest.
I did not get any gold.
Yeah, it's super difficult. I didn't think it'd be so difficult. Super difficult. But thankfully, though, they give you a little Ziploc bag, and we did bring home a little bit of gold. Not enough to make us rich at all, but, it's a nice little free... I guess
Do you
it's
still
not
have
free.
your gold?
Yeah, I still have my gold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in there.
Huh.
So we have our Alaskan gold in a little Ziploc bag, and it's here at home. Not enough to make us rich or do anything with, but it was fun to get. And then afterwards, we jumped back in the bus, and they
took us to a little overlook that kind of just overlooked the whole town of Skagway. That was really pretty. And then we also went to the cemetery, and we didn't even know that was part of it. It was like a gold. Klondike cemetery. Yeah. So that was kind of, I don't really know if everyone was super excited to go there, but there was a really cool waterfall that I found there, so that was really nice.
Yeah. And I enjoyed the cemetery. The unknown gravestones, it kind of made me laugh. I know it's insensitive and I shouldn't laugh, but it was just kind of like, here lies unknown. And I was like, really? Okay. I don't know. Like, I have childlike humor sometimes. I apologize, folks. But hey, here's the waterfall Steph went and found. Anyways, and then afterwards we got back on the ship, and it was so nice and beautiful. We actually jumped in the pool and had a great swim before dinner. Yeah?
Yeah. It was really cool to swim by Snowcap Mountain.
It was.
Our last stop was Victoria. We didn't get off the ship, and so we actually just played cards in the lobby. That wasn't one that we were really interested in.
No, and the reason is because we got there at dinner time, and it's like we don't want to get off the ship and miss dinner, plus we had to repack our bags and get off the next morning. It's just a dumb port. I understand why we have to do it for U.S. law, but to me it's just a wasted port. Skip Victoria, give us more time somewhere else. I don't know. So we stayed on board the ship, played cards, ate dinner, packed our bags to get off the next morning.
Yeah, and so that's why these ports were really great, and we give them all 5 out of 5. You should really consider going on any of these excursions and going to these ports if your cruise gives you that itinerary. And 5 out of 5 on the ports.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to wrap up another video of Getaway with the Crawfords. For those keeping score at home, once again, remember the Holland America Rotterdam back in April, we gave that a 19 out of 25. And once again, if you look down below somewhere, hopefully you'll be able to follow that link. Otherwise, it was just like 3 videos ago. You just go to Getaway with the Crawfords and find it that way. If we don't link it, who knows? Anyways, so 19 out of 25, Holland America Rotterdam. That's going to go against the Discovery Princess Alaskan cruise we just came off of. And what are we going to give that the final score of? This is a drum roll.
22.5 is our final total.
22.5. So, the Discovery Princess does edge out the Holland America Rotterdam.
Overall, I think
yeah.
it was, better. Better in most things. The only thing I wasn't impressed with was the decor, basically.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that Holland America did better.
Yeah. And I think for you, some of the food, too.
That's true.
Just because they did do more heavier seafood because it was Alaskan. We were told that they got their seafood fresh from Alaskan ports. It wasn't like trucked in Seattle and loaded there. We were told it was loaded fresh in Seattle. So,
Which is great if you love
great
seafood.
for me. Like, I was happy as a clam. But, for her, not her thing. But, yeah, so it definitely edges out the Rotterdam. The entertainment did it for me, and the food did it for me. The smaller cabin is definitely a negative, but I mean, it's still a beautiful ship. Lots of nice big pools. Everything about it is great. I think if you're on that ship going down to the Mexican Riviera when it repositions, it'll be just as nice in that water as well. Anything else you would like to say? No? All right.
No, that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. I did have one last thing I'd like to say. We did come off this cruise and we came home with COVID, unfortunately. We've been traveling during the whole COVID pandemic. 2.5 years. Two other cruises, and we have really traveled heavily during COVID. It was a great time to get out and travel because no one else was. But this one finally got us. I know some people say, oh, it could have been the planes, it could have been the airports, the hotels we stayed at, the Ubers, who knows. But given the fact that 4 out of 6 in our party had COVID, plus a lot of other people who were on our sailing, when we follow on social media, a lot of us came back with COVID from this sailing, so I think it's a pretty good sign that we did get COVID off the ship. But it's just, what the price you pay to travel, and to me, it's the new normal. There's a chance you're going to get COVID, vaccinated or not. You might come home with it, and just, hey, we had a week off and fought it and got better, and now we're better. And it's just something you do, but it's just an unfortunate part of it, I guess. I mean,
I think the capacity is rising.
Yeah.
And on our last cruises, the capacity was lower. So
that's true. We were very close to full on this ship. I mean, just 1,000 off. The other 2 cruises were not near capacity at all. So I think that's probably hurting it too.
Needless to say, look forward to our next premium cruise line, Celebrity, coming up soon.
Yeah, in October. We'll be on the Celebrity Solstice Mexican Riviera. So we'll have our 3rd cruise. We'll rate that and see if it can beat the Discovery Princess cruise score, or where it's going to rate. Who knows? We're hearing great things about Celebrity as well, so this will be exciting. And we will have a couple more videos as well that we're going to kick out over time from previous travels this summer. We did another Disney trip, as well as I have a birthday trip coming up, so who knows? So look forward to those. So we'll wrap up another getaway at the Crawfords. If you made it this far, give yourself a gold star. Thank you for hanging on. Hit the like and subscribe and anything else that goes with all that jazz. And have a wonderful rest of the summer.